Merry Christmas guys and welcome to the Bonneville. Today we're going to be showing you some of our favourite winter warmers and Christmas cocktails to keep you nice and merry over the festive season. First up we're going to make one of my personal favourites. It's a bit of an acquired taste and it takes a bit of preparation but it's well worth the effort. So we're going to make some eggnog. First up we're going to separate 6 eggs. You're going to put your egg white to one side for a minute. I'm going to get a big bowl, chuck your egg yolks in. And also in there, we are going to go half a litre of double cream. It's going to be a big batch, all right guys. It's probably going to serve about 8 to 10 drinks. And then we're going to go 1 litre of whole milk, 250 grams of caster sugar, some vanilla, seeds in of 1 vanilla pod. Now, we come to the liquor. You can use pretty much any dark, sweeter spirit. Bourbon's great, dark rum is great. We're gonna put our own little twist on it and we're gonna use Calvados. So you want about 250 mils of decent Calvados. And that is about it. We're gonna whisk that up. Just mix that up until you know all the egg yolk is broken up and it's nice and smooth. And the sugar is all dissolved. And that's it. What you want to do now is whack that in the fridge, cover it, you can put it in another container. You can leave that for as long as you like, 24 hours if possible, and then it's ready to serve. Now, you can serve this in any glass you want, depending on how big you want your serve to be. You can jazz this up by adding some more liquor. This one we made is not that boozy, so if you want to add a bit more booze, that's absolutely fine. You could also take those egg whites that we had earlier, whisk them up with some sugar and scoop that on top. That would be really nice, but we're just gonna serve that with a dusting of nutmeg. And that is our eggnog. If that eggnog looked too much like hard work, here's a cheats version and an English Christmas classic, the Snowball. For this, all you're gonna need is a highball glass, this product called Advocaat, which you can get in any decent supermarket. It's made with egg yolks and brandy. Take 50 ml of that. Straight in your highball. And we're gonna need a bit of lime juice, 25 mils. Bit of ice. Give that a quick cap shake. Top that with lemonade. Back in the straw, give it a bit of a mix. Garnish it with a couple of wedges of lemon or something more festive if you feel like it. And that is the Snowball. Now we're going to make another super simple drink. So a little twist on a Key Royale with sloe gin instead of creme de cassis. So I guess we call it a SloeRoyal. Take a chilled flute, some sloe gin, about 25 ml. Top with fizz. You can do loads of variations on this with whatever flavours you like. Some really good Christmas ones, chestnut liqueur, creme de châtaigne, that's really nice. Anything with like hazelnuts or any sort of winter berries. There you go, really, really easy. All right guys, now we're gonna make one of my favourite winter warmers, hot buttered rum. To start off, you will need a big knob of unsalted butter. And to this, we're gonna add some ground clove, ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, and some demerara sugar. Now, you can adjust the quantities to your own personal taste. If you start off with around 250 grams of butter to 1 teaspoon of each of the spices and the sugar, and you can add more sugar later to taste. We're gonna mix this up into a paste. Make sure the butter's relatively soft to start with, otherwise it's gonna be quite hard work. Right, now you can leave that in the fridge for later or even in the freezer and you can take out as much as you need per drink. We're just going to go straight into the drink. So take a glass that will take a bit of heat. Probably want a couple of teaspoons per drink. chuck that in the bottom. And then we're going to need some rum. We're going to use a spice rum, about 50 mils of that. That's pretty much it. We're just going to add some hot water in here. If you really want to make the drink special, you could heat up some cider and top it up with that, but we're just going to go with hot water. Give that a good mix. Make sure all the butter and sugar has melted. Looks pretty good. We can garnish that with a nice cinnamon stick, and there we go. It's hot buttered rum. Now we're going to make the daddy of all winter drinks, mulled wine. Now this drink is entirely up to your own personal taste. You can play around with all sorts of different fruits and spices, but what you are definitely going to need is a decent red, sugar, and some spices, and a few fruits. So let's start off with about 150 grams of caster sugar, and our bottle of red wine. Next up, we're going to do some clementine juice. You could use orange juice. That's about the juice of 6-7 clementines. And next we're going to need our spices, a couple of cinnamon sticks, some ground clove, some ground nutmeg. You can even chuck in a whole clementine with some cloves stuck in it there. Maybe juice some more in there. We like to add some port and some cognac, just to give it a bit of extra kick. And that's pretty much it. Now all we need to do is stick it on the stove and mull it until it's ready to drink. So that's pretty much ready to serve. I had a little taste halfway through the mulling and it was a little bit sweet, so I've chucked in some lemon zest and also gave it some vanilla pods as well to give it a bit more depth. Top tip, if you're going to serve it in a glass, make sure it's warm before you put the hot mulled wine in it, otherwise you're liable to crack the glass. Garnish that with a clementine and a cinnamon stick, and then we have our mulled wine. Alright guys, our last festive drink of today is going to be one to really impress your mates with. We're going to make a Brandy Blazer. Now this is another drink you can fiddle with the ingredients for your own tastes and flavours. Obviously we're going to start with some brandy. Good look at that, at least 50 mils. And some orange curacao, 25 mils of that. We're going to warm this up a little bit, so just get some hot water in another glass. One that will sit underneath that one nicely. Let's get that warming. Obviously make sure you use a glass that will take some heat as well. And we're going to set fire to this soon, so that's really, really important. And then we can start adding ingredients. Start with some demerara sugar. Some orange zest. A couple of bits of that. Some lemon. I like to add some berries. There's just a few blackberries. I've halved them just to make them fit in the glass a bit easier. Okay, add some bitters. There's some peach bitters. That will add a really nice wintry taste to it. And then we light it up. Just let those flavours meld together. When the blackberries cook, that will give it a really lovely, like jammy taste. We can chuck some cinnamon in there, just for a bit of extra wintry flavour. You don't want to let all the alcohol cook off, so whenever you're ready, just add some hot water. Give it a stir. And that's the Brandy Blazer. So those are just a few of our favourite Christmas drinks. Hopefully they'll see you through the festive season. Thanks everyone for all your support in our first year. We've had great fun making these videos and we've really enjoyed all your comments. Our first video of 2016 will be our subscribers' cocktails, so you've still got time to get your recipes in. So all that's left for me to say is Merry Christmas and we'll see you in the new year.